Radiant rising world, it's your girl, Letitia Lovely. I am so glad you're here, ready to take part in this positive energy, high vibrational atmosphere. There is so much that I want you to know. Your time is now. Let's talk after this intro. Happy day to you, whatever day that you are seeing this, whatever time you are watching this. I wish you radiant rising, rising from your slumber, your physical slumber, your mental slumber, our emotional slumber, our psychological slumber, the matrix slumber, our brainwashed slumber, our mind controlled slumber all around the globe. We are waking up. We are rising. We are rising and ascending into our bright light. So that is why I say radiant rising, because what time is it? What time is it? Our time is now. That is the message. No matter when you get this, whenever you get this, this is your message. Your time is now. That thing that you're thinking about, the first thought that popped in your mind when you saw this thumbnail, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's your time for that thing. It's your time to make that move. It's your time to make that decision. It's your time to make that change in your life. The time is now. Everything is lining up on our behalf to help us ascend, transcend, transmute, and commute into a different timeline. Y'all, let's get into it. First, we know what we got to do. We got to take a moment and just breathe. We all breathe 24/7, yet how many times do we actually take a moment and think about it? Breathe intentionally, breathe with conviction, breathe with gratitude. Now, for those of us who meditate, that's a moment, right? That's a beautiful moment. I recommend that everyone meditate. It doesn't have to be deep. You don't have to go all Buddha or all Zen Wen and all of that. You all only have to take a moment. Quiet the mind. Close your eyes. Close out the outer world. Tap into your inner world and breathe. I highly recommend the meditation. But even if you don't have 5 minutes, even if you can take this 1 minute with me right now to just consciously take a moment, pause, and with gratitude and with intention, take a breath. Because we, as above, so below, are changing. We are elevating. We are activating. We are shifting, whether we know it or not, whether we believe it or not, whether we want to or not. The choice, however, is how we're going to shift. Are we going to shift intentionally? Are we going to change with intention and with our own choice? Or are we going to be swept up in a change that is not of our making? That's the decision that we're faced with, the choice, whether consciously, subconsciously, or unconsciously, we're all making in this moment. And taking a breath, taking a and a in and an X, baby, just the in and an X helps us to settle within ourselves long enough to tap into that message that's coming directly from the divine into our higher mind to direct and instruct us on our next moves. The messages are everywhere. And I'm so grateful that you tapped on to get just a little tiny bit of the message here. So we're going to do what's called the 4-8 recalibrate. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back again. I thank you for your light, your energy, your intention. You are a blessing. I so appreciate you. If you're new, welcome. Welcome to this portal of creation. As we take this 4-8 recalibrate breath, just a chance to recalibrate from any and all things outside of ourselves that are no longer beneficial in our lives, to recalibrate with the planet as above, so alone, so below, and align with divine mind, align with the planets, align our inner planets, our inner energy centers with the outer planets and the outer energy centers, to align our meridians with the outer meridians, to tether ourselves to the inner sun and the outer sun. So what we're going to do right now is settle ourselves into our seat, waddle your booty and ground that root chakra, releasing all of the stress, the drama, the trauma, the negative emotions, the unsolved and unresolved issues. A lot of them, sisters, they reside and they hang out in our hip area. So we just want to kind of move that around, open ourselves up to receive the energy from the inner earth, from the inner sun, as our feet are planted firmly on the ground, imagining a root from our physical body going down through the earth and tethering itself to the inner sun. Even as that energy will come up from the inner sun, go through our crown chakra, through the star chakra, through the elements and energies and atmospheres of this earth outside of the planet into the galaxies and the cosmos, and tether to the outer sun. We will be binded by the light. And as we are many suns, those with the neuromelanin, we literally are the sun incarnate. What we're doing is connecting and grounding with ourselves. We're doing Sly Stone, y'all. Has anybody heard the song? Thank you for letting me be myself again. That is what we're doing when we intentionally align with the sun. We're just being ourselves again. We're just shining. We're just radiating power, energy, healing, knowledge. That's all we're doing. So we're going to do it on the 4-8 recalibrate, breathing in for 8, holding for 8, breathing out for 8, and holding for 8. Breathing in with intention, breathing in and imagining that light, that power, that knowledge, that healing that's in the inner sun coming up through our bodies, aligning with our chakras, back straight, spine straight, aligning through and going up to and through our energy centers to the outer sun, holding it there. And when we release, releasing any energy or entity that does not align with our highest good, with our highest intention, letting all of what no longer is beneficial to us go, to be transmuted by the inner sun and return as energy that we can use. Okay? We're going to do it 4 times. And we are going to give gratitude for every breath. Let's go. Breathe in. And hold. And release. And hold. As we do it this second time, family, let's be conscious of our bodies. So if you find that you're tensed up, let that tension propel your breath on the intake, okay? In fact, with intention, tighten up on that intake of breath as much oxygen as you can get into your body. And when you release, release everything, including the tension, including the stress. Watch where your shoulders are. If they're up around your ears, you're tensed up, you're stressed out. Loosen your body, lower your shoulders, and let's give our organs the breathing melody that they need to hear right now. And breathe in. Come on, y'all. Breathe in and hold and release. Let it go. Relax your body, relax your body, relax it and hold. Number 3, breathe in. Breathing in health, breathing in wholeness, breathing in manifestation. Hold it. Breathe in a little bit more, y'all. Come on. And release. All that no longer is beneficial, and hold. Transmuting all that no longer serves into light, into renewed energy, and breathe in. And hold. Taking a little bit more. Taking another breath. Hold it. Hold it. And release. And hold. And as we're breathing in properly, take time to shake that out. Shake that out. When we breathe correctly and deeply and with intention, we loosen up blocks that are in our energy fields, our chi, our ka, our prana, our qua, whatever you want to call it. The stuff, the divine spark that lets this avatar move, okay? That divine spark that marks us as a life. So just shake it out. Give that breath a place to travel. Sometimes you might feel your body tingling. Sometimes you might get a little lightheaded because parts of your brain are getting oxygen that does not get it on a regular basis when we're breathing just naturally without thinking about it, without intention. And we're doing those really light breaths as opposed to the deep intentional breathing that we're doing right now. I encourage you to do it a few times throughout the day. A 4-8 recalibrate. In for 8, hold for 8, out for 8, hold for 8. Gratitude is the right attitude. Our organs thank us. Ashe? All right? Indeed. Our organs thank us. And now more than ever, it is so important to be aware of our avatars, to be grateful, to be intentional, because now more than ever is the moment where in this physical realm, we bring that from the dream state, back from other dimensions into our reality. We are the change that we're looking for. We are creating the lives in front of us as a collective consciousness. And now more than ever, it is important to not just believe that, but to know it. What we are imagining, what you are imagining, what I am thinking about, I am bringing about. So it's so important to think about that which we desire. Where attention goes, energy flows. So if you are looking at something that you don't want to happen, don't look at it. Stop giving it your attention. Intentionally shift the narrative, shift the picture. Do not give your assent and your consent or your assent, okay? And don't be quiet about it. If you hear something, because it's impossible to escape the news, nor do we want to act like things aren't happening. We want to be aware of what's happening so we know what to not consent to. If there is something that comes across your timeline, that comes across your divine mind that you do not agree to, open up your mouth and say, I do not consent. Some kind of crazy thing that some false leader says that they're going to do with something that will affect your life. With conviction and the power that you possess, which is all of the power in the universe that you need to make major changes, baby. Look at that thing with your back straight and your mind made up and say, I do not consent. There's a whole chant. I need to bring that here. There's a whole chant behind not consenting to what's going on. And it doesn't take all of us. It just takes enough of us who are awake, enough of us who are ascending, enough of us who are on the divine timeline. And if you're listening to this, it's you, boo. Okay? If you're listening, if you were led to click on here, because of the prayers that I've sent out, because of the decrees and the intention that I've set, if you're on here, you're on that timeline, or you're headed toward that timeline, or you're meant to be on the timeline of change for yourself, for your family, for your neighborhood, your community, your culture, and the world. You are that change. You are that spark. All we need is our mind. All is mental. Consciousness is the divine. We don't need money. We don't need anything that's in the matrix. We don't need any kind of false power, false weapons. Our mind is the weapon. Our mind is the currency. Our energy is the currency. Our mind is the money. Our mind is the weapon. Our mind is the influence. Our mind is the power. And now is the hour. Can I get an ashe? Ooh, apologies for that, lovelies. I had to fix my slide. So let's get ready to take this radiant rising ride, this download on what time it is. And we already know this is just your confirmation so that you'll get on with the show. Okay. It's your day. The time is now. Don't sweat the small details. Don't worry about how. Just know that your future exists in your mind. Your knowing brings tomorrow into this now timeline. Be excited about the change in your situation. You worked your magic and brought about change. Congratulations. Today, when you think about what you'd like to see, remember that you are the change that you want there to be. Let me do that again. Let me felt that myself. Let me just say that again to myself. It is my day. The time is now. I won't sweat the small details or worry about how. I know that my future exists in my mind. My knowing brings tomorrow into this now timeline. So I'm excited about the changes in my situation. I worked my magic and brought that ish, baby. Congratulations. Today, when I think about what I'd like to see, I remember that I'm the change that I want there to be. And I go ahead and celebrate my victory because I know that it all came about because of the divinity inside of me and inside of you. This is what we must do to bring about a permanent change to this matrix situation. We tap out of it and build our own earth through our own imagination. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited about what we're doing. I'm so excited about our reconnecting with our original selves, coming out of the slumber and reconnecting with our divinity, with our royalty, with our magic, with our alchemy, with our creating energy. So please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, click all so that you will not miss an upload. I'm still playing around with when the uploads are. Pretty much during the week, they're at 6:30 a.m., 9:30 on the weekends. However, that's not a guarantee. So if you click that all button, you won't have to worry about missing something that you need to hear or seeing something that you need to see. Letitia Lovely, you guys, until next time, keep radiating, keep rising. Love and light.